introducing the Cadence range of Microspey rods and Microspey lines.
Yep.
So Ian, you were instrumental in developing these wonderful rods. Tell us all about them.
They're fantastic, James. I have to say, for me, I love them. It's a proper double-hander. So, I mean, when we're talking about, or some people would say, look Ian, it's a switch rod. It's not a switch rod, James. It's a double-hander. It's got a proper handle at the bottom. It's not got a small stubby handle at the bottom. It's got a full-length handle in proportion to the length of the rod.
Yeah.
So all the rods in the range, James, are 11'3".
Yeah.
And we've got them actions from 3/4, 4/5, 5/6, 6/7, 7/8, and 8/9. Yep, and
Yep.
we've got a range of lines to fit them all.
Perfect. So just talking about the rod, they're all 4-piece.
They're all 4-piece.
Nice
yes.
for travel, you know,
Yeah,
with a mid
absolutely.
11 foot, they're short enough to get in your
into a
suitcase
bag.
or a bag.
Absolutely, it's less than a metre.
Yeah. We've got a really nice ALPS reel seat.
Yep, and that's
Top quality spec. Obviously the blank, I mean, a lot of people that have seen them just say how beautifully lightweight they are.
Yeah.
And that's all down to our construction, isn't it? The T-mesh construction of the blank.
Yep,
High
absolutely.
modulus carbon, absolutely the best we could
yeah,
get.
Yep. And I mean, it was great hearing Peter today.
Yeah.
When he picked it up and when he saw the road performing, James,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
Yeah.
A1, really.
Yeah.
But
So
we know.
This is the 7/8 version.
Yes.
Very fortunate to be fishing in Norway
Oh,
on a tributary of the Gowler.
yep.
And it's the Bure?
The Bua.
Bure.
The Bua.
Yeah. And I guess this is the kind of river where a rod like this Microspey really comes into play.
It's perfect, James. I mean, looking down the river here, we can see, I mean, it's very much like the Findhorn in Scotland.
Yeah.
So the character of the river here, really deep little pools, but perfect for this
And
Microspey.
a lot of it's quite confined.
It is.
So you've got trees,
Yep.
a shorter rod like
Yep.
this, plus the fact that finesse that you get using
yes.
a lighter line, you're not going to spook the fish. So you're fishing in a really stealthy way.
Yep, no doubt about it. And I mean, like I say, we have these things from 3/4 weight, which is a nice through action rod. It's a lovely soft rod for targeting, you know, maybe smaller fish.
Yeah.
Right through to the 8/9, which is a stiffer rod, faster action. And that's for targeting fish, and that's why we've got like the 7/8, 8/9 over here.
Yeah.
We know, in fact, this pool here,
Yeah.
we know we've seen 30-pounders come out of this pool. I mean, it's amazing.
It's an unreal
amazing.
river. The
It really
surround
is.
is just amazing.
Yep.
I had a wonderful afternoon fishing with one of the guides here, Peter. Absolutely brilliant guy. He said to me, do you fancy a bit of fun?
Aye.
And so we split off from the main group,
Yes,
came and fished
yes.
up here, fished 5 different pools,
Yep.
including this one.
Yep.
And really stealthy tactics,
Sure.
short lines. And I was so
ideal for
lucky,
this.
the last pool I got a beautiful grilse, about 5-6 pound, nice fresh fish.
It was a cracker.
And you know, playing the fish was a joy on this rod.
Just-
I honestly never felt I was going to lose it.
No.
It's,
Well, it's really interesting that, because the rods, when we were developing them, I remember taking them to Jim Cruikshank, a pal of mine who owns a lot of fishing on the Devon, and he had said he had lost 5 grilse on the trot.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's going? For me, it was about how much the rod flexed, you know? And especially when you have the rod on the fish on a short line, towards the end of the fight, they thrash around the surface.
Maybe a
If it's
smaller
too-
fly as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I give him, actually I give him a 3/4 weight.
Yeah.
And it was really so. And he, first time he tried it, he says, I'm not so sure about this rod. I says, Jim, just give it a go. You're going to really enjoy it. That was the Thursday.
Yeah.
By the Saturday, he calls back, Ian. He said, I've had 4 fish and not a problem landing any of them.
So
Perfect.
I think we talked about small rivers like this abroad and also obviously back at home.
Yes.
But even the big rivers, like what you're saying
my
there,
God.
you know, when the river's low,
Yep.
when you're perhaps targeting grilse, sea trout, as well as the occasional big salmon.
Yes,
Now, you had a
yes.
big salmon testing,
I
didn't you?
I did. Actually, on Jim's beat on the Devon, I had a beautiful 14-pounder there on the Microspey, and right in front of Jim, he was like astounded by
What a
that.
fish.
It was fabulous. We had
Absolutely
great fun with that. And I had another one at Tulkin, which was an 18-pounder, and that was on the 7/8. This one here. The one.
So we've already had some great feedback. We've only just launched the rods, and we've got the lines now to match, and that's something else we should reference really, because the lines are an integrated head to the running line, so they're not a shooting head.
Nope.
But tell us about the lines here, because you spent a lot of time working on these.
I did. I mean, the whole concept is my pride and joy, actually, James. So basically, we've got lines to fit each action of the rod.
Yeah.
So the 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, all the lines are like 30-foot heads.
Yeah.
So they're just perfect for such rivers. Absolutely perfect. And they're going to give really nice presentation of the flies. Everything really great about that. The 7, 8, 6, 7, 7, 8 and 8, 9, so they're slightly longer, so they go up by 2 feet, so the 6, 7 is 32 feet, the 7, 8 is 34, the 8, 9 is 36 feet. And because they're not shooting heads, it's fantastic for stripping fish back, for stripping the line back.
And you haven't got the loops going through the guides.
Yes.
You know, a lot of the time you might only have a third of the head out.
Definitely.
And then you're stripping off and fishing further down the pool.
So much fun to fish, James.
And the lines themselves, I mean, they're obviously designed to match the rod by yourself. They balance beautifully.
Yes.
And again, we've had some great comments. Pete was talking about the fact we're using quite a heavy fly, using a long leader on a full floater to get the heavy fly down a little bit to the fish. So it was actually turning that over really beautifully.
No trouble at all.
And you could put a small tip on it as well, couldn't you?
So I've worked it with, personally I've worked it with a 10-foot tip, but I like working it with a 5-foot tip. It really balances the line perfectly if you need to get down a wee bit, you know. So no, they're just magic to use. I actually use these as soon as May is past on the Spey. I'm now into these, you know. They're great fun, James.
That's absolutely brilliant. We've got all the specs on our website.
Yep.
So that's got all the detail about the rod and all the specifics about the lines. We should reference the colour, because that's a really key thing that we've done with our Cadence line. So I instantly know this is a 7-weight because it's white.
Because it's white.
So the front of all the lines is this light sky blue.
Yes.
Which has 2 reasons for doing that, doesn't
it?
So
yes. So yeah. I mean, one of the things that I really like about that from a teaching perspective, James.
That's your P point.
Yes. We'll talk about that.
So we'll talk about that when we talk more about the lines. But also, I think it's a really subtle colour.
Definitely.
You know, the sky blue. That's the line that's closest to your fly.
No doubt.
So I do think that's probably more stealthy. So that was a great idea, Ian. I've got to tell you. And I love the colour coding.
Colour coding.
Because instantly you know what you're
straight away you're looking in your bag of reels, and straight away you know that one's orange. It's an 8-weight. That one's blue. It's a 9-weight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ian. It's just what fun I've had with that rod today and that line.
Magic,
so,
James.
Thanks a lot.
Magic.
And I think we better get back fishing, haven't we?
Get fishing. We need to be back fishing, pal.
Thanks, mate.
Come on, again. Okay, cheers.